Landed right on the shoulder.
Hawk tour.
Yeah. Let's do it again.
What is up? Welcome back to the Tomahawk Talk podcast, the #1 Braves podcast, according to my mother. We have a full squad with us today. Ben, Ryan, Jose. Jose, how are you doing today?
Man, I am pretty sick right now, but I am pulling through.
So, it's funny, Jose is sick because of some managerial decisions this weekend really set him off. Nurse boy, Ryan, how are you doing today?
It's been a weekend, buddy. It's been a fucking weekend. And Brian took out of all the shit that happened to me this weekend, Brian Snitker shitted on it the fucking hardest. And, there's a bunch of shit that happened to me this weekend, so I'll just leave that out there.
Ben, how are you doing this fine evening?
Brother, I got one more work day until I'm drinking and gambling on a cruise ship for the next 2 weeks. So I'm just trying to get through tomorrow and be on my merry way.
Ben, I am fucking buddy. I'm not gonna fucking.
Oh, dude, I'm so ready. I'm so ready. Get my whiskey sours, go see Iceland with my beautiful family, and go to the casino on the boat several days in a row.
That sounds so heavenly. Just gambling and drinking sounds like the best vacation somebody could ever think of.
Man, and my wife's gonna be with me, my mother-in-law, my future brother-in-law, and my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law. So the whole family's going basically. It's gonna be a good time.
It's good shit, man.
Good shit.
Jeb, how are you?
Thank you for asking, Ryan. I appreciate that. Nobody ever asked me. I'm always the one doing the asking. Nobody ever asked me, so I mean, I got some swings in the cages today. Took some hacks,
There you go.
threw a little bit, stretched, made sure I stretched, so I will definitely be feeling this tomorrow. And smoke some balls, left-handed and right-handed. Shout out Matt Olson Burner because he was texting me all weekend, and he was like, I told him, I was like, I picked up switch hitting last year, and he was like, I mean, I guess if that's what you want to tell everybody, but everyone can just stand in a box left and right-handed. I was like, all right, I'll go fuck myself.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Hey, y'all, I'm not trying to toot my own horn here or anything, but y'all saw the video of my left-handed swing. That is not my dominant hand or dominant side.
I was
matches.
Double. I saw it.
Oppo Taco double. You know that it takes a real ball player to be able to do that, and I just don't know if Jeb has it in him.
I literally did it last year, you moron.
See, but
Almost hit it over the fence. Backside.
But I did it for 15 years.
Well, blame the coaches. So no, I'm just kidding. Fuck that. This series does not deserve that shit. Ryan, I want to get your input. I was telling the guys before you decided to fire up the old Windows 1. Yeah, the Windows 1. I was not as pissed off at the National Series that we didn't win, or that we didn't sweep because it's a 4-gamer, than I was with this series.
I was pissed about both of them. I'll keep it $110 with you.
I agree, but this one just I woke up this morning and I was still irate.
Yeah, you should have. So, I'm not gonna jump ahead. I'll be nice, but man, I guess you can't really blame Snit terribly bad for this National Series, right? Because, if Riley makes that fucking play, arguably we probably win that game, right?
Yeah.
Then none of that came in game 2. That was all about the man in the motherfucking dugout. And look, I was having some conversations with a Twitter user, Megan, 3x5 on Twitter. She's fucking cool. Y'all should go interact with her. And she has some stories about Snit back in like Class A, AA days in Myrtle Beach, and like she was really fond of Snit, and so I get that kind of chokes me up a little bit, and think about how long that man's been in this organization, and he's done fucking everything in this organization. But when you see managerial decisions like this, you're just like left scratching your head, like why, why? So I was pissed off.
I think we all know like Snit's never been the best at managing a bullpen, but I feel like this year has been the absolute outlier for like the worst.
But I feel like it's because we all have basically put it out there like how bad it's been overall. Like the one time I think that we can say it hasn't been bad was 21 postseason, where it's perfect.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Snit used up all of his like bullpen moves that he could have done right in 21 postseason, and then after that, it's like, all right, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing again. But that one postseason, he made every single right decision.
So,
I mean, I don't remember any in 23.
Well, 23 we just didn't fucking hit. Go figure that one.
Yeah.
Besides Austin Riley in 23, we didn't have nobody show up in postseason.
I didn't think Olson was that bad in 23 postseason.
Nah, it was 22 postseason. He was really good. 22.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so little baseball weekend with the bro. Watched all 3 games with him this weekend. He's a Red Sox fan, so that was pretty fun. I was basically spitting in his face the whole time, and then especially in game 2, not jumping ahead, but basically was talking my shit, and then Atlanta just absolutely spontaneously combusted.
We've already talked about who shit that one away. It was not the Braves.
Well, I'm just saying the Atlanta Baseball Club lost. So I guess we can jump into the Friday game. Crochet versus Sale, and this was as advertised.
Sure was.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
This was a great game. You had both starters go 7. You had both do, 8+ Ks? So yeah, it was as advertised. Red Sox wore their City Connects for the first time. Those are sick. I don't know your opinions on those, but I like them.
Yeah, they look cool. They look good.
They're nice.
Ryan?
They're all right.
Oh, this fucking guy. This fucking guy.
I mean, I get the shit about them, the Green Monster. I don't know. I thought they could have done more with them, in my personal opinion. I don't know.
Like what?
It just didn't pop off like, holy fuck, I want that jersey. I'm sorry. It just, personal opinion. I don't know.
That's kind of how I feel about the Braves City Connects jerseys. Yeah. I mean, they just don't really like. I know they're an homage to the '74 jerseys, but like, they just, I don't know. They're just plain. They're too close to the throwback for me.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
They still clean though, but yeah,
they're clean.
But it's definitely not a whoa for sure.
Right.
I mean, like if you're looking for like pop, I guess you could say like the Marlins ones that they.
Oh,
announced.
The Sugar Kings.
Yeah.
The Sugar Kings Marlins jerseys are probably the best ones in baseball.
Well, even the new ones that they debuted.
The Devil Rays got some pretty good ones too.
I like not a big Black Pants guy.
I like the Rays.
Okay. Well, scoring starts.
Sorry, the Diamondbacks also have.
They got thick ones.
Those are really, really nice.
Good ones.
Sorry, Jeb. Didn't mean to cut you off. I just forgot about them till right now.
No, I'll just go fuck myself. It's fine. So I believe Crochet got out of the first in 11 pitches, and I think Sale followed up and got out of the first with 12 pitches. So we were like, okay, this is gonna be a 1-0 loss or some shit. But no, scoring starts in the top of the second. Matteo and Sean Murphy go back to back. Steve Peralt, shout out Stevie P for catching the Matt Olson homer.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Matt Olson, Sean Murphy, back to back, bitch. Fuck your yarn ball. That's what I put. 2-0. Scoring would stay 2-0 until the 7th. Rob Refsnyder would hit a solo shot off Sale and make it 2-1. And then top of the 9th, we had a walk, a K, a ground out, a walk. I thought Harris was going to K. A walk by Fairchild. I almost bet the house that he was going to K.
I thought for sure, yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, and the bags were loaded too.
Yeah.
And then a walk by Allen. Thought he was going bridge. I thought Nick Allen was going yard, dude. I almost put.
The odds of those 5 batters walking in a row,
Crazy.
you have a better chance of hitting the lottery about 3 times than the odds of seeing those 5 go walk that many times in a row.
Wasn't it Ozzy, Michael Harris, and then Stewart and Nick Allen? Was it those 4?
Yeah.
Yep.
The first,
But I think Ozzy's.
I didn't think would walk.
Right. Yeah.
Just Ozzy and Michael, honestly, walking back to back. Like, I don't think you'll ever see that again.
We might not see
Hell,
it. Did it a lot this series.
yeah, Michael actually walked, 3 or 4 times this series.
I think
He
Ozzy
did.
3. Like,
That's
shit.
crazy.
Shout out to the guy who was talking shit about Mike too. By the way, I think his name's Nate.
Oh my god, that man.
We
Somebody.
don't need to shout that guy out.
Look, there's
I mean,
always someone that's
Oh.
going to be mad about something.
Oh.
Just,
Always.
I mean, I'm just shouting out that he's a complete moron. But anyways, bottom of the 9th, hit by pitch, high chopper, runner to second. Single by Story. Oh my god, we're gonna blow it again. And then Iggy comes in, or Iggy shuts the door, 4-2. Iggy, man, come on. Doesn't matter. Braves win. Sale went 7, 8 Ks, 1 Ernie's, 2 walks. I had Murphy and Olson pretty much as the only 2 doing anything of note besides the guys who walked. They both went 2 for 4 each. Each had 1 steak.
Lefty off Crochet was fucking nutty. I'm not gonna.
Nasty.
That is a sign that Matt Olson, that should have been the sign for what was to come this series from Matt Olson, because
seriously.
you taken probably the best left-handed pitcher in baseball, Oppo, over the monster. Oh yeah, you're on it.
Yeah.
You're locked in.
I mean, the Jose Suarez disrespect is unreal.
The who?
The Jose Suarez?
The who?
Jose Suarez?
Never heard of her.
She was in our bullpen earlier this year.
We've had a lot of guys in our bullpen. Some dude named
A
Nick
lot.
there too.
Fuck Hector Neris.
Don't disrespect our king.
Fire that man into the fucking sun.
Speaking of Hector Neris, I'm pretty sure he pitches for the Angels now, and
Yeah.
they swept the Dodgers.
They did.
That's fucking crazy.
T Daddy Darno with a go-ahead homer today, by the way. It was his first of the year in the Angels uni.
Shout out Travi,
Love T Dad.
future manager of your Atlanta Braves, Travis Darno.
love Lil D.
Carries that big ass stick of his though, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Big stick.
Dude,
They don't call him.
Chris Sale was nasty as fuck in that first game, dude. He's nasty. Fuck.
Yeah. Chris Sale, I posted the stats. Over his last 6 starts, dude has a 2.02 ERA. And there was this one guy in particular, and I'm not going to call any names, but one person in particular on Twitter who every single time I would tweet something about Chris Sale at the start of the year, he would respond, well, Chris Sale sucks. Chris Sale's washed. Chris Sale doesn't have it anymore. When are we going to talk about Chris Sale being a bad pitcher? I'm like, buddy, he's not a bad pitcher. He started out slow last year, too.
Yes, he did.
And then his last 6 starts this year, he's gone a 2.02 ERA with, like, I don't know how many strikeouts, but averaging almost 7 innings per start. Like, I don't know what else you could want from a staff ace, but Chris Sale's giving it to you.
Sounds
I
washed to
mean,
me.
I've seen a lot of crazy shit on Twitter the last few weeks, really, about Chris Sale. People have said that his arm is blown out, he's injured, he's no longer a good pitcher. He gave us what was remaining of his career last year for that Triple Crown. Like, I don't know, man. I think y'all need to come out and publicly apologize for disrespecting our king, Chris
Y'all,
Sale.
y'all want to see his Savant page real quick?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
That's
It's looking better.
looking better.
A whole lot of red.
That's a shit ton of red, fellas. And
Also, the fastball velo is still kind of shocking to me. It must be registering a lot from the early games because the past couple games, he has been sitting in the 95, 96 range.
yeah, he had a ton.
And I've seen him get up to like 98.
Yeah, I think
His velo was up in that Red Sox game, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
like one at bat to Devers, he fucking blew 98 up and away to him, just fucking damn hands off. It's like shit.
I swore I saw 99 too, but
I
Schwelly,
mean, yeah, you might have seen 99. I might have missed that one.
yeah, you might have. Big, or Ben, not big 162 guy.
That wasn't English, brother. That sentence was not English.
what the fuck are you talking about?
Big, not big 162 guy.
Fuck are you?
They're not
That
making it any
sentence is
better,
still not
buddy.
English.
Perfect sense.
Are you
Perfect
having
sense.
it broke?
My mind runs faster than y'all's, so.
He's trying to say that I am not a big 162 guy, meaning I don't watch all 162. But
Yeah.
You'll be on a cruise ship for 2 weeks. That's 14 days. You're gonna be missing.
Yeah! Yeah!
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, Mr. 110 over here.
Yeah.
Game 2. God,
Gross.
I
Yeah,
really
can we-
don't want to. I don't want to talk
Man,
about
I was having
it.
a ball out a good 6 innings, and then having to get
And
done.
then Eniel
Grant
De
was
Los
nasty.
Santos had to come in and kick me right in the fucking nuts.
Grant wasn't nasty, but he was good for he was nasty for about 4 innings. Once he got tired, though, he started leaving shit up in the zone.
Yeah, but hell, he only gave
I
up
mean,
2 runs.
Yeah,
all in all,
He pitched well enough to get the win. He pitched damn well enough to get that win and the quality start and yeah.
to be fair, the Red Sox have 4 hitters. That's it. But Grant also shoved it up the Dodgers' ass this year, so there's that. Grant's just good. And the reason, and people wanting him to go back to the bullpen is kind of crazy to me because he's been nasty as fuck. I do know he need bullpen help. I get it, but Grant's kind of earned the starting spot.
Somebody made the point today, and the only reasonable explanation I've heard that for Grant going back to the bullpen was he said you're maximizing the value that you're getting by putting Grant in the bullpen, which opens up a spot for Elder to be in the rotation, which Elder has pitched good, the past few starts that he's had. One, I'm not an Elder believer. You guys know that. But I think Grant would be a much better reliever than Elder, and Grant would be a better reliever than Elder is a starter because Grant's already a better starter than Elder is a starter. So, I mean, he's basically saying like you have to choose one.
Yeah.
And he'd rather Elder be in the bullpen or in the rotation because he can't hurt you as much in the rotation as he possibly could in the bullpen. I don't know if that makes sense. That's kind of a long-winded way of saying that, but I personally don't agree. I still think Grant in the rotation is a much better fit.
I mean, I agree with you. In the long term, I would prefer Grant Holmes in the rotation. But at this point, I'm not sure what the Braves are planning on doing. I wouldn't mind seeing Bryce Elder in the bullpen, maybe replace Rafael Montero because he's gone on my nerves the last few. appearances that he's had.
But
So
you can't replace one of Snit's high leverage guys with Bryce Elder.
it's
Like
time to take the toy away from the old senile man. It's time.
Jeff, you might as well go ahead and jump in the game too, buddy, because we're itching to fucking talk about this shit.
Yeah.
Did y'all see my comment where I was like geriatric fuck when we blew that game? Oh my gosh. No, I want to highlight Ben's points because I get it. I think Grant would be amazing and help this bullpen because he's been in high leverage and he's been in low leverage and
You
he
got to
can
get out of
eat
that closet,
multiple.
bud.
Oh my god.
Jeb's in the closet.
Wi-Fi going out again.
Oh, dude,
Can
you
y'all
got to
fucking
get
hear me?
out of that fucking closet, dude. It's so. Yes. Nah.
Now
Come
it's
clean,
okay.
brother. Come clean. Come out of the closet.
Christ. These fucking guys. I think
There was
Grant
a
he
bubble
can give you
bath
high.
last week. Now we're in the...
I'm just not gonna show up next time. I'm just gonna let y'all run it, I guess. Fuck this. No, I think Grant I think Grant can give you some very good depth in the bullpen because he's pitched high leverage and he's pitched low leverage. He can eat multiple innings. He can go out there for one inning, but he's earned it in the rotation. He has flat out earned it in the rotation. He's been solid. He's your number 5 basically, and I know who you're talking about, Ben, and I agree. Like to maximize the value of like what you're getting from Holmes and what Elder would bring as your 5th does make sense, but I think they're rolling with Grant because Grant's been pretty damn good. Besides, like the Arizona start, maybe.
Well, and that's kind of my thing. Like, I trust Grant more in the rotation than I trust Bryce Elder.
Yep.
Grant has shown me that he can be effective in that role. Hell, he's got 3 out of his last 4 starts, I believe, have been quality starts. And like, yes, Elder has done basically the same thing, but like, Elder's only done it for this short amount of time. The last time we saw Elder before this little stretch run, motherfucker was giving up 12 runs a game. I mean, not literally, but I mean, he was bad. He was very, very bad. So, in my head, it's still only a matter of time until he reverts back to being 2024 Bryce Elder and second half 2023 Bryce Elder. And I don't want that, especially when at the time the offense was struggling to score runs. So you're just basically punting the games that Elder comes in if you think that he is going to revert back to, the old terrible Bryce Elder.
Maybe Big Thick Texas has found something. I mean, maybe he has.
Maybe he has, but do you want to trust that when the team is already struggling as is?
As my number 5, depending on who's pitching. I mean, against the Marlins, Rockies.
Or
I mean, didn't he pitch
maybe,
good against the...
Maybe Bryce Elder is just doing the Braves a solid, getting his trade value up so that we can deal him at the deadline. Thoughts?
For Jackson Holiday, go for it.
Yeah, send him to the
Let's
O's.
put together a package for Paul Skeens, man.
Oh,
Bryce
Bryce
Elder.
Elder is the centerpiece?
Bryce Elder, Rafael Montero, and Dale Meatballs for fucking Paul Skeens.
Bro, I
Fuck it.
so bad for Pirate fans having to deal away that generational talent.
Brother, I have Paul Skeens on my Money League fantasy team, and this dude threw a complete game today and lost 1-0.
Crazy.
We could throw in Kelnick.
They'll take that in a heartbeat.
Fucking ball schemes.
Oh, God. Braves come out swinging. Matt Olson, 2-run ding-dong. And then Marcell Ozuna back-to-back with a solo shot, 3-0. And then the top of the 3rd, who did it?
That did it again. Sure.
Rake motherfucking balled him.
Watch that man go, mama.
Hit a 2-run ding-dong. He's unbelievable.
That dude
Yeah.
destroyed that fucking ball, dude.
He did.
112-mile-per-hour exit velo.
I saw it come off the bat. I was like, that thing is fucking launched.
I don't know how they got to do it, but they got to put him and Sean Murphy in the lineup at the same time.
Dude.
I don't care how they do it. I don't care if Ozuna's playing fucking center field. Put Drake Baldwin and Sean Murphy in the same lineup.
The only
Ozuna.
question I have about Marcel is how well is that hip going to hold up right now?
Marcel?
Yeah. Because remember that.
He looked pretty good this series.
Well, dude, trust me, if he can go out there and just catch a routine pop fly hit to him, I don't give a fuck what else he does out there as long as he hits 260, hits 35, and drives in 100 with Baldwin and Murphy in the lineup. Yeah, I can get down with that.
You also got Acuna coming back, too.
Did
and
you
our
see
Lord and Savior.
Ball Acuna hit to dead center for 420?
Yep, the slider down below the zone, and he just went and golfed it.
Scraping the ceiling of hell, and he fucking hit it 420 to dead center. It's fucking insane, man.
He's ready.
Well, I was talking with old Matt Olson Burner, shout him out. We are probably going to have one of the deepest benches when Acuna comes back.
Why?
Eli White, Alex Verdugo,
Eli's got to start.
Yeah,
Drake Baldwin. And then once Profar comes back, oh my god.
Yeah, you forget about Profar, a little steroid piece of. Never mind, I'll be nice.
So Jose Alvarado.
I love coffee.
Drinking that shit.
Nah, bro, it was just Ozempic. He was trying to lose weight.
I thought it was
that Giuseppe tweet, man. That shit was funny as hell.
I thought it was so funny when they were like, when we played the Phillies, and they were like, he's got a tattoo that says "Coffee is life." I was like, more like cocaine is fucking life.
It wasn't cocaine. It was HGH. That's why his fastball went from 97 to 102.
Nah, it is cocaine. That's why his fastball went from 107 to 102.
It would
out there snorting lines before he came into pitch.
He would have shed a shit ton of weight if it was cocaine.
Yeah. Very quickly.
Could you imagine just Jose Alvarado out there just before he comes in, just coming in before he pitches?
That's what I imagine that dude
Back
from
in
the
the day.
Benchwarmers that holds the sign up says "I am 12." I figured like that would be just a scene from that movie, just a dude ripping a line and just coming out, "I am 12."
It would be the close line too, wouldn't it?
Bottom of the third, Jaron Duran hits a 2-run ding dong.
That's
5-3.
That dude's so fucking
That
good at
dude's so
baseball. He is so good. I would love to have him on the Braves.
Yep.
Seriously.
Yeah. Yep. Bottom 7, Alex Bregman doubles. Rafael Devers scores. Oh, shit, we fucking forgot. That Tuyasa Sopo send?
That's like, it
Terrible.
was like in the 8th inning, wasn't it?
No, it was like the 5th or some shit.
It was bad. I don't know what else you say.
So, this is the way I put it. I looked at my brother and I said, that send hurts you if you lose by 1. I said, but for now, meh. I mean, I get it, like, you have Ozuna coming up, which is kind of stupid as fuck to send him.
Yeah,
but I was
got
like,
lineup coming up. That is fucking dumb. Just keep it a buck.
I was like, you have a 4-run lead. I mean, hopefully it doesn't come back and bite you in the ass. I mean, it's not the reason they lost, but it's a little bit more in bold since they lost, but it's not. It kind of got blew out of proportion.
I mean, it was just such a dumb send, man. Like, Alex Verdugo was still like 10, 15 feet away from third base when Tui waved him home.
Not to mention, Doogie's got to be one of the slowest motherfuckers on the Braves, right?
He is on the slower side.
cinder block Verdugo, as they call him.
He ain't no Orlando Arcia, but
He might be.
So yeah,
sorry, Jim,
Breggy
but
hit.
that's his favorite player.
Yeah. Shut up. So Breggy doubles. It's now 6-4. That was De Los Santos too, wasn't it, in the 7th?
De Los Meatballs, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Los Meatballs.
By the way, Doogie's
Yep.
sprint speed, 20th percentile.
If he took 2 or 3 of them
Gross.
chains off, it might go up about 30 percentile.
Gross.
I'm just kidding. I like Biggie. I don't care.
Bottom of the 8th, Carlos Narvaez singles to Verdugo, Abraham Toro to 3rd. Cedon Rafaela strikes out. Duran singles, scoring Abraham Toro and David Hamilton, making it a tie ball game in the bottom of the 8th.
Can we go over who covered that inning, or who pitched that inning, Jeb? Did we cover that?
We did the 7th. We didn't do the 8th.
So who pitched the 8th?
It was Angel.
That
Was Montero. So I'm sitting in the recliner in here with me and my girlfriend are chilling, and I see Montero up in the bullpen. I said, what the fuck is he doing up in the bullpen?
Yep. I think everybody had that same exact thought.
Seriously.
And then and it only got worse from there. And like after he walked 2 people or gave up a hit and then walked somebody, she goes, I see why you had that reaction to begin with. I was like, yep, it's only going to get worse. And it did. And then I started fucking yelling.
Yeah, man. De Los Santos and Montero getting used back to back. Not even a full week after they were used back to back in the National Series, and both times ended up blowing the leads. It's like, dude, Scott Blewett has been on the bench for the past week. Where is he at? The times that he has been put in the game, he has been good. So why the fuck are we not pulling Scott Blewett into this game? If Scott Blewett comes into this game and he gives up the lead, fine, whatever. At least you used a guy who has been good for the Braves this year. But no,
dude who
and hadn't pitched in a week.
Ballpark.
Who hasn't pitched in a week? So pitch count is obviously not his problem. Like, there is no reason that he shouldn't be utilized in a situation like this. When you're up 4 runs and all you have to do is protect a 4-run lead.
And give him a clean inning.
I might have gotten you the fucking 2-inning save. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't have bothered me. And if you're saying Daysbell is unavailable, Dylan Lee unavailable, who else is unavailable?
Daysbell being unavailable was fucking insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Fucking
crazy.
insane.
Dude hasn't pitched back-to-back days since, what, April 8th and 9th?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, he could go back-to-back days if absolutely necessary.
I get Iggy because he threw almost 30 pitches. Understandable. But
That's fine.
So Daysbell should have been available. Let's just go ahead and put that out there. You should have had Pierce Johnson in there in the 8th inning. Period.
Yep.
And if you didn't, and if you really wanted to give Daysbell that time off, then why didn't you fucking put Blewett, who's actually been really fucking good for your bullpen, in there, and use Pierce in the fucking 9th?
Pierce has also been very good.
He's been solid as fuck.
It hasn't been talked about quite enough, but
No.
Pierce has been very good. Scott Blewett, like you said, in times that he has been used, he has been very good. So why the fuck are we using De Los Santos and Montero in this bullpen? Like, at all.
Blewett could have covered fucking the 7th and 8th inning at the amount of days off he fucking had.
Right, and you want him to think your explanation is you want Blewett to be your multi-inning reliever in the first place.
There you go.
So
high leverage multi.
It's not even that high of leverage. It's a 4-run
lead. Yeah. So even if you give up a couple runs, you still have Pierce in the 9th to clean it up. I don't know, man. And and even if you gave up and you still are up by 6-4, you're probably not seeing Chapman in the 9th because you have a 2-run lead. So you might have tacked on another one in the 9th. I don't know, man. It just
And like I said, if Blewett comes in and screws up that game, fine, whatever. A bad loss still, but I'm not going to be sitting here and being like, well, why the fuck did you use Scott Blewett? I'm going to be saying, well, I mean,
you had nobody.
that shit sucks, but whatever.
I
I
Look,
think if you
sometimes you gotta tip your cap to the offense. However, this is not one of these times. This is one of the times that you look at your manager, who's supposed to know all these numbers and know all this stuff ahead, and say, "What the fuck are you doing, Snit? What are
Yeah.
we doing?" It's like this man has a game plan before the game starts, and he does not steer away from it whatsoever, no matter the circumstance. It's like, oh, okay, in the ninth, I'm going to go to Pierce Johnson. In the eighth, I'm going to go to such and such. No matter where the game goes, he does not steer away from it. At least that's what it seems like. And it's like, brother, we have to adjust. Like, this is not a game that you can just throw the white flag and take the loss just because whatever. This is a series we could have swept.
Just like the National Series, we could have swept it.
we could have had like a 7-8 game winning streak right now, man.
And I'm 100% with Jeb on this too. And it never aligns like that. So count this as one time out of ever. But I'm not as mad about that National Series. Like the loss to the Nationals, fine, whatever. But this one was inexcusable.
Yeah.
You easily could have changed it, and you could have not used Montero. You could have used Scott Blewett, or hell, I know Daysbell not being available sounds ridiculous, but
It
I mean,
was.
you there's other stuff that you could have done instead of using Montero and fucking De Los Santos. Hell, even Dylan Dodd was down there,
Yeah.
dude collected
and I know they didn't
13K
want
to
to use
just
him.
sit on his dick for the fucking weekend.
Hey, good for him.
Could
Yeah, good
yeah,
for him.
yeah. Um yeah, no, I mean to kind of not to beat a dead horse or anything, but I think if you give Scott Blewett a clean inning in the seventh
You like
and then you
beating
turn
off dead
to
horses?
no, that's not at all what I said. I said not to beat a dead horse. I think if you give Scott Blewett a clean inning in the seventh and you turn to a De Los Santos or a Montero, it might be a different outcome. Hell, even kind of what y'all said if you let Blewett go 2 innings. I mean, he hasn't pitched in a week, and then you turn it over to Pierce. Theoretically, you could have went Blewett in the seventh, Pierce in the eighth,
Seventh.
and Daysbell in the ninth.
Hell, you could have gone 7th, 8th with fucking Blewett and Pierce in the 9th.
Yeah, that's what I just said. If you get the dicks out of yours, but
No, you
just fucking
said
with
Blewett in the 7th, then Pierce, then Daysbell.
well, I mean, he hasn't pitched back-to-back days in forever, and
Take
I
the
mean,
fucking
really?
training wheels off, man. Daysbell can fucking handle back-to-back days. Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Can we also talk about how Snit ran Pierce back out there in the ninth after he had to come and mop up the eighth?
Who the fuck else are you gonna run out there at that point?
Scott Blewett.
I get that, but like, no,
Scott
Daysbell was unavailable.
Oh yeah, my fault.
I
Sorry.
was genuinely wondering if Scott Blewett was missing or deceased yesterday.
I
y'all,
was.
So-
y'all think he's like a Mandela effect or something, or what?
So I wanna
Yeah,
ask.
the Schrodinger's cat. We'll see if he's in there when he comes out of the door.
I don't know if somebody asked Snit this. What was the plan if you went to extras?
Scott
Blewett,
Blewett.
I guess.
Scott
I don't
Blewett.
even think he knew that.
No, Scott Blewett was the plan. He would have
Like-
thrown his fucking arm off. Or Dylan Dodd.
Yeah, I guess
Dylan
Blewett and
Dodd.
Dodd. We would have had like 6 relievers just sitting out there on their dicks.
Man, I love Snit and I love what he did in 21, but just these type of games, like if we go into September and we're trailing by 1 or 2 games in the wild card, or we're like dead even and we lose by a game, these are 2 games right here. We could have been like, hey, Snit, maybe if you fucking don't fuck around and sit on your dick and actually do what the fuck you're supposed to do, we're in the playoffs right now. Like
Some
last year, a clear indication of why you need to win every game that's fucking winnable. If it wasn't winnable, I get it, but it was that game you scored. Your offense, who has been struggling for a week and a half, scored 6 fucking runs, and you can't win that game.
And your starting pitcher gave you 6 innings of 2-run ball against a good offense. I mean, the Red Sox haven't had the best record this year, but you can't deny they are a good team overall. And you should have gone in there into their house and swept them. Instead, you're coming out 2 out of 3, still good. Like,
happy flight, but
yeah, happy flight, but God,
Bittersweet.
that one was very, very, very winnable, and there's really just no excuse as to why it happened the way it happened.
so I heard from somebody. I just want to get your thoughts on it. That Snit was basically, to put it into terms, basically
Crying for help.
Snit. Yeah, like a cry for help. Like, if you're gonna give me a dog shit bullpen, I'm just gonna run these guys in the fucking ground.
Incorrect. Look, as purposefully as it looked that he lost that fucking game, because it looked very much purposefully, I don't think that's the kind of man Snit is. I think Snit just had a dog shit game plan, and he stuck with it.
I just think Brian Snitker can't manage a bullpen worth of shit. That's about it.
We've seen it time and time again where, like, AA has had to, like, go out and build this all-star bullpen to make it Snit proof.
Which is why we have all questioned all off season why we didn't add to the bullpen, because of this kind of shit.
You just spent $3 million on Montero. Like,
fucking God, dude.
brother, that $3 million could have been spent way better.
Yep.
And then Rafi hits the walk-off homer in the bottom of the ninth. Yeah.
I saw that coming from a mile away, by the way.
He hung it.
Somebody said, I think the announcer's like, yeah, he crushes breaking balls, and then, like, the next pitch, he launches to the fucking moon. I was like, well, there that goes.
I mean, I
saw somebody saying, like, Pierce did that because he throws too many breaking balls, and I'm like, it's his best fucking pitch. Like, his curveball is elite.
Yeah.
Didn't matter to fucking Devers.
Excepting that, I bet he threw his curveball middle. Like, right down the dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, that doesn't help when you throw a cock-high curveball to Rafael Devers, but...
Or fastball, or change-up, or any other pitch right down the middle.
He's got like a 3,000 OPS in his last 15 games.
Series MVP, Rafi Devers, roundtable?
Oh, for the Red Sox? Yeah, he was like one of the only douche who showed the fuck up.
Olson was 3 for 5 with 2 steaks that game. Albies was 2 for 5, and Eli White was 3 for 4.
What was Riley? He had 1 knock, didn't he?
Yeah, 1 for 3.
Yeah.
With 2 walks.
Yeah, a couple
Good
walks.
for him.
Ozuna had 2 walks, and...
Look at Marcel. What else is new, though? Fucking man's got like 40-something walks or some shit on the year. Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I'm still mad that it didn't get talked about enough that he broke the franchise record for walks in March, April. Didn't even get its own blurb on the screen on TV.
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah, that Saturday game, I mean, I was livid.
Yeah, I was pissed off the rest of the fucking night. I didn't sleep well last night because of the fucking game.
Yeah, I woke up pissed off.
Yeah, I did too.
Most of the time after I wake up the next day, I'm like, the game was whatever. Today, when I woke up, I was still pissed.
So we're all 4 in sync with that. Good deal.
Yeah, not great.
I think I'm more mad for Grant Holmes.
Yes.
Just for the simple fact that, friend of the pod, all that kind of good stuff, whatever. But the dude pitched his ass off. He realized that he may have not had his best stuff, yesterday. And yet he battled through it and still gave you 6 innings of quality start baseball. And then the guys behind and the offense stepped up too. and then the guys behind him, they're not totally blameless either. Like your major league pitchers, you got to be better,
For sure.
but the manager and the bullpen guys just letting him down after he went out there and pitched really really well.
Aaron Bummer, I'm fucking looking at you.
Yeah, Aaron Bummer. I get it. He has a lot of bad luck that happens to him, but at some time, like bad luck just
Runs out.
runs out. Like at some point, it's just who you are.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah, that was a bummer last night, wasn't it?
A real kick in the fucking dick.
Big kick in the dick.
And the thing that fucking sucks is that we won the series, and we're just thinking about Game 2 because of how winnable it was.
Well, right now we're playing catch up because of fucking 0-7 and a 1-9 fucking start to the season, man. So any win, like if you get those 2 wins right now, what are we at? 25 wins and 23 losses. You'd be at 27 and 21 right now. Something like that.
You'd be
Which
like
is
breathing
still
down the
insane.
Phillies' neck.
Yeah.
Which we are. We are literally breathing down the Phillies' neck right now.
But we're still fucking 6 games behind the Mets.
Yeah. Which is still obtainable.
It is, but like you'd be
Mets
that
doing right
much
now?
closer.
Yeah.
What's the score of the Mets Yankees right now?
I'll look it up real quick. Unless you got it, Jeb.
I don't know.
I'll pull it
They're
up.
currently tied 2-2 and going into the bottom of the 7th.
Max Fried was pitching that game, right?
Yeah. David
Oh.
how did David Peterson do?
Obviously pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Did you see the thing where they were doing the rivalry weekend thing and somebody gave Max Fried a Mets hat and he threw it back and somebody quote tweeted and they're like, this isn't because he's a Yankee, by the way. He pitched to the AL East for like 7
Max Fried
years.
has had NL East.
Do what,
he pitched
Ryan?
in.
That's what I said.
NL
I
East he pitched in, not the AL.
I said the NL East.
You said AL East.
You said
Oh,
AL
You
East.
said AL East.
Jesus Christ. See, this is why I have y'all. This is why I have y'all.
That's right, buddy.
Yeah. Today was pretty good. Getaway day.
It was
Good
a nice
win.
game.
Ooh.
Yes. Nice and easy game. Besides, like, the first 3 innings.
10 runs, 16 hits.
Yeah.
I'll take that all day.
Yeah, Schwelly made me nervous in that 1 inning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brother, Schwelly had a legit chance at a complete game. And that's crazy giving up 4 runs.
Yeah. He really righted the fucking shit, man. Hats off to Schwelly today.
Yeah.
Maybe he should have. I mean, maybe Snit should have rode him out there with how
Nope.
fucking tired our fucking bullpen is.
Yeah,
Oh.
there's a game planned, and it's getting stuck to.
Yeah,
all right?
Jeb.
My bad.
Look,
Get your shit together.
the dude who pitched the 8th inning, by the way, Scott Blewett, probably would have faced that part of the lineup yesterday in the 8th inning and shoved it up the fucking ass of those hitters. Just putting that out there. Brian Snitker,
Brother.
I'm fucking looking at you. Thank
I
you.
wish I would have put the entire sum of money that I'm taking on the cruise on Scott Blewett making an appearance today after everybody bitched and moaned about him not getting in the game yesterday.
And he shoved.
I don't care if the Braves were winning 100-0 or if they were losing 100-0 or if this was a tie ball game in the 8th inning.
Scott Blewett was coming in, baby.
coming in this fucking game.
Snit's going to be like,
what
all right,
would've
motherfuckers, y'all want him in there?
You know what
Just
would have been
proceeds to shove it.
so funny? Is if Snit just last minute just scratched Schwelly and he's like, yeah, Scott Blewett, you got the fucking ball, buddy. Go out there, we need 6 innings.
You want to be multi-inning? Go be multi-inning, boy.
Scoring starts at the bottom of the first, or I'm sorry, top of the first. Golly, I'm acting like Ben here, thinking we're at Truist. Rake motherfucking Baldham.
Just
Singles.
built the fucking statue already.
Yep. 1-0.
I'm gonna say this
Ozzy.
every single time. You gotta get him and Sean Murphy in the same lineup.
I think it's jersey time for
Brother,
Drake.
please don't, please do not buy a Drake Baldwin jersey because he will get traded the second you press checkout.
Purchase.
Yep.
Um, and then I mean, this isn't new news, but I guess we could bring it up since we're on a little Baldwin talk. I'm guessing y'all found out that they have like not even the thought hasn't even crossed their mind of him playing left field.
Yeah, it's not a surprise. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
It wasn't a surprise.
I had like, so I posted it and I like basically worded it how AA said it, and I essentially said AA on Drake Baldwin potentially playing left field, and people were like damn near coming at me saying I was a moron, and I'm like, I'm just the messenger here. Like, I'm just saying what AA said.
That's about how it happens.
Yeah. I was like, can you not fucking read?
No, they can't.
Fucking buffoons.
You're asking too much of people online, buddy. People do not read.
Man, they're not
Yeah.
fucking rational online, man.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
There's literally a whole entire meme of a picture of just text that says, "I'm happy that happened to you," or "I'm sorry that happened. I don't know. Didn't read."
Good for you, or that sucks.
Yeah.
Aussie Albies would ground out to second. Austin Riley would score, making it 2-0. I mean, we had the bags loaded, no outs in the first inning. I wasn't disappointed that we only scored 2. I mean,
I thought we scored 3.
like, no.
No, it's 2 that inning.
Yeah, it was 2. Which I can't complain because the Braves of like 2 weeks ago would have like got the bases loaded with no outs and then just like 3 strikeouts looking back to back to back.
Or best case scenario, just a triple play, first pitch.
Yeah. So I was very pleased with them actually scoring.
Yeah, I'm not going to complain about a 2-0 lead in the first inning ever.
No.
I'm not.
Especially when you're the away team.
Yeah.
Top of the third, Ozuna would single. Matt Olson would score, making it 3-0. Bottom of the third, Rafi Devers, who basically owned us this series, would hit a grand slam. Yeah, for real. Making it 4-3. When he hit that, I thought game was over. I was like, fuck, we're done.
No.
Yeah.
Fuck
I was
no.
like, yep, that's the nail in the coffin.
4-no. 1 run?
Yeah.
Come on, Jeb. Bayo wasn't that fucking good. I've been telling you Bayo ain't been that fucking
I know,
good.
but I was like, that would just be our luck right there, is we would not score the rest of the game. And then people would like blame Schwellenbach or something for that. Anyways, that did not happen, thankfully, as Austin Riley would single, Nick Allen would score, making it 4-4 in the top of the fourth. Top of the fifth, Michael Harris would walk.
Dude, what?
And Ozuna would score. Yeah, Michael Harris would walk.
Drawing walks, dude. It's a new trend, and I'm here for it, baby.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. He had
Like,
2
honestly,
RBIs this season or this series on walks.
He's also heard the outcry.
Like, seriously, I've said this on Twitter before, but I actually enjoy seeing Michael Harris walk more than I enjoy him getting base hits nowadays, because him getting walks is so big for his game, man. Getting that on base percentage up, and I feel like that would just have him step up to be at a new level as a player, basically.
Yeah,
so, love seeing that.
If pitchers know you're not going to chase, they're going to have to put it in the fucking zone for you. That's when you do your fucking damage.
So, yeah, we know he can hit the ball hard whenever it's in the zone.
Yeah. Eli White would then single.
King Eli
Drake,
White, that is.
Yeah. Drake Baldwin would score. Nick Allen would hit a sac fly. Aussie Albies would score, making it 7-4. Matt Olson, old Matty Daddy, would hit a sac fly. Alex Verdugo scores. And Marcell Ozuna would hit a 2-run ding-dong in the top of the eighth, making it 10 to Jesus, Ryan, making it
bad.
10-4. Braves would win 10-4. Brian Bayo sucked. But Schwelly went 7, gave up 6 hits, 4 earnings, 3 Ks, and 1 walk. Why are his Ks down all of a sudden? I mean, he's had back-to-back starts where he's only had 3 Ks.
Schwelly?
Yeah.
People are swinging early in the count, man.
Yeah.
Because I know he's
Same
in the
thing that was
zone.
happening. Same thing that happened with Tarek Skubal in the beginning of the year. Guys are just realizing that, hey, he's going to throw a strike, and he's probably going to use a heater to do it. So
Get ready.
go ahead and swing.
Everybody had multiple hits besides Ozzy and Nick, but they both had 1 hit, and Michael was the only one who did not have a hit.
But
Which,
he
when
walked.
you win 10-4, it's okay.
And everybody on the team had an RBI except Alex Verdugo.
Yep.
He had a decent series, too.
He did.
He-
Yeah, a decent
I mean,
series.
he's back. He's back in Fenway. You know.
Wanted to shut up their ass a little bit.
Yeah.
Which I am here for.
I was. Yep. We needed it.
Like I said, people shit on Alex Verdugo, but I like him. I think he's got a little bit of extra fire that this club needs. They've done really well since he got to the club too.
Yeah.
They have.
Even if he hasn't done like superstar level play, he's been a spark plug.
He doesn't strike out a whole lot. Those numbers are really fucking good. Just putting the fucking ball in play for this team's been nice.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's that time. The Ben's Pool Noodle Series MVP, brought to you by Ben's Pool Noodles, the biggest noodles for your pool. Jose, leading off with you. 2 floaties, or any floaty, and a pool noodle.
Floaties. I'm gonna give one to Drake Baldwin for being him. I'm gonna give one to Chris Sale for shoving it up his old team's ass. And my Ben's Pool Noodle Series MVP goes to none other than Matty O for having an incredible series.
I mean, that's a perfect pick right there. That's just a perfect pick.
That's the only fucking pick. Let's be honest.
Like, there's no other option.
0.
Ben?
Well, gonna have to give a packet or not packet. What am I doing?
Jesus.
A floaty, baby.
Floaty. Gonna have to give a floaty to Drake Baldwin, of course. Dude has just, I mean, continued to just rake, right? And his name is not Rake Bald him for no reason.
That's right.
Gonna give a floaty to Raffy Devers for honestly just putting a fire in our boy's ass because that grand slam was kind of epic. I'm not gonna lie. And then the walk off homer, like he single handedly made this a fun series to watch just because he put up a fight for the Red Sox. Another floaty goes to Chris Sale, like Jose said, for just shoving it up their ass. And then obviously Pool Noodle. I've been waiting a very, very, very long time to say this season. But the Pool Noodle goes to the guy who absolutely went into Fenway and shoved his just bat directly into the soil of home plate and claimed it for himself, Matt Olson.
I mean, I feel like he was dragging his nuts on the ground the whole weekend.
There, every time
Everywhere.
Matty O came to the plate, the grounds crew was ready because not only were there footsteps, around the bases.
Yeah,
But
two
there was
fucking
also just
balls.
a straight line in between those footsteps.
You know, instead of saying a word salad, you could have just said Matt Olson just absolutely
Oh, shut up, Jeff.
shoved his Johnson up the Red Sox's ass.
See, I was trying not to make it about wieners, and you just had to. So
It's
Well,
about
y'all were the one who were talking
wieners
about.
and balls this series. You understand?
Yeah,
And Matt
y'all were
Olson
the
had
ones.
the fucking biggest.
Yeah, y'all were over here talking about balls dragging and shit.
I'll say it all day of the week. I don't give a fuck.
Ryan.
I got 2 floaties. The Braves fucking offense. Round of a fucking applause in the chat for the Braves offense. They absolutely did fucking work. 20 runs this series, fellas. 20 fucking runs. Absolutely. Love to see it. Whole offense gets that. And the starting pitching. Again, round of a fucking applause for the starting pitchers because they did phenomenal. And there's only one Pool Noodle Series MVP that's acceptable in this chat this week. Jeb, I don't know what the fuck. It is Matt Olson who drug his fucking cock all over that field.
let's go. That's my first baseman.
That's my fucking first baseman.
Some might say the worst decision AA ever made.
That's
And I
fun.
say to those people, fuck off.
So I guess it's my turn.
It is. Jeb, who you got?
I'm gonna go Chris Sale floaty. Dude shoved. Did not disappoint. I'm gonna give a floaty to the Red Sox bullpen because they were absolute dog ass.
That they were.
and Matt Olson. I didn't need a drum roll.
There we go. Thank you.
Hey, fun
Matt
fact.
Olson's first Pool Noodle MVP of the year.
Are you keeping track of these?
I am, yes.
Who's leading right now? What are our scores?
So we have. Oh shit! Hold on.
Drake Baldwin's got to have 1 or 2 by now.
So Alex Verdugo has 1, Riley has 1, Eli White has 1, the starting rotation has 1, Drake Baldwin has 1, and Matt Olson has 1.
There you go.
Oh wow!
Fun fact: chat picked Drake Baldwin. Shout out
Yes,
our fans.
they did.
They said Drake Baldwin. Y'all don't fucking know ball apparently. But
I wouldn't go that far. Is it time for the other thing?
absolutely, God, I love this fucking thing.
Off the raft.
Love this segment.
I'm gonna go Ben first. Ben, who are you shoving off the raft?
That bald-headed senile fuck. He's been kicked off before. He's clawed himself back on now. The SpongeBob meme. The SpongeBob meme. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Get off the raft, Brian Snitker, right now.
We need somebody to
Bald-headed
create
senile
one that has Brian Snitker on that old fish, and then me, you, Ben, and Jose on the little fish around.
Yes.
We need that meme. Somebody fucking create that meme for us. Thank you. Love that.
Snitker,
Jose, who are you
my
shoving
raft.
off the raft?
You already know, buddy. Get that old bastard off my team.
Oh my god. Jesus. Ryan?
Brother, that's 2 games this week.
Yeah,
2
it
games
is.
we could have won.
You're not wrong, but I'm a save Snit. Y'all might call me a homer or whatever for Snit. I'm not, but I'm dog kicking Montero and De La Salle. I'm beating the shit out of them off my fucking raft this week.
That's fair.
I'm beating
I
the
don't
shit
think
out of
that's
them
fair,
both.
though, man. You can't expect shit to be a diamond. You can't expect it. Like, that's just...
But Ben, I can at least expect Montero, who's a big league arm, to throw it over the fucking plate and not walk the world.
But can you?
You should be able to.
All right.
I'm kicking both of them off my fucking raft.
Snit's got to get a little nudge or something.
Snit, I'm pushing you very towards the edge, and I'm like, oh, don't fucking trip, don't do it, because I'm not getting your ass back on here. But you know,
Not calling AARP for your ass.
that's right.
Not calling AARP.
Apparently,
Yeah, I'm
Snit's
going
Michael
Snit.
Phelps because he keeps getting back on our fucking raft.
Yeah, I'm going Snit. Yeah, get off my boat. And Arcia, fuck him. I'm pushing Arcia.
Arcia is always implied, chat. He's always fucking implied us.
Why does he have a 40-man spot at this point?
Yeah.
He's the mascot. You know what I mean? He's the hype man in the dugout. He's Guillermo Heredia.
You know what is the
fun.
hype? You know what the hype man in our dugout is in our men's league? Chinook Cedary.
Ooh, I like that hype man.
That's a good hype, man.
That's a very good hype man.
Ryan, talk to me about Chinook Cedary.
Hey, Jeb, why don't you talk to us about Chinook Sunflower Series?
Yeah, man, you don't ever talk about him.
I did on the last one.
Bro, you've glazed over it. So, like, not even glazing.
Okay.
Like, you barely, you
Alright,
skimmed
well.
over it.
The biggest hype man in our men's beer league baseball team is Chinook Cedary. And let me tell you why. Chinook Cedary offers so many sunflower seed flavors. And they are low in sodium, too. Can you believe that?
I need it for my cholesterol and sodium problems.
So you can get that with low sodium and still a great flavor. They've got barbecue, jalapeno ranch, hot chili, Parmesan pepper, lemon pepper, and for all you original boys out there, we know it. We know. We get it. They've got original. They're very good too. Dill pickle, and even cinnamon twist.
It's my favorite.
Cinnamon
I think
toast,
dill
whatever.
pickle's my new favorite.
That's my favorite by far. Delicious.
But you know what is my favorite? Is that when you go to checkout and you use promo code TTP, you can get 10% off your order at checkout.
Crazy.
What's that website, Jeb?
It is chinookcedary.com. 10% code
Round of
TTP.
applause for Jeb doing the ad read right here. Freestyling it. You did a great job, buddy. Good job.
Well, thank you. Out here doing God's work, I know. Fun fact, it's actually not an ad read. We just fly by the seat of our pants, but... Alright, 3-gamer? Yeah, 3-gamer against the Nats coming up in DC. Those are all... Ooh, 645 games all the way across. I like that.
Guess who's coming back?
On Tuesday.
Game 1. We do not have a scheduled pitcher.
We know who it is.
Wonder, what are the
TBA,
Braves thinking?
The badass?
They haven't scheduled a pitcher. Why
me
haven't
give
the
you a
Braves
hint.
scheduled a pitcher?
He
Are they
has
dumb?
This. He has this right here. The
But he
mustache.
also
they-
has this. He also has this, though.
He shaved it now. It's just mustache.
He shaved it?
Yeah. Because I saw
That's
him and
nice.
Riley arguing in the dugout, and it was just the stash.
Oh, top pitching prospect Spencer Strider is coming back.
This Strider man's back, baby.
Yeah, so more than likely Spencer Strider will go on Tuesday versus Mitchell Parker. We literally just saw him. And
We did all right against
Michael Harris is 286 with an 857 OPS. Sean Murphy is 0 for 8. Matt Olson is batting 255 with a 625 OPS in 8 at-bats. Ozuna's 250 with a 500 OPS in 8 at-bats. Riley does not like this guy at all one bit. 111 with a 222 OPS in 9 at-bats. And that's really everybody of note.
So we're getting shut out. Nice.
Yeah, probably. Game 2, this will be Wednesday. It is AJ Smith-Shover
Just say
versus...
Shover.
Yeah, AJ Smith-Shover versus Trevor Williams. Washington versus Smith-Shawver has nobody really worth note having any success. And Ozzy loves this guy in 17 at-bats. He's hitting 294 with a 780 OPS. Orlando Arcia, we highlighted it last time. That he's,
No.
Yeah, I was just throwing it out there. But
Nick Allen is my shortstop.
Yep. Riley does not like this guy in 20 at-bats. He's hitting 100 with a 300 OPS.
Soccer.
Ozuna in 35 at-bats is hitting 314 with a 694 OPS. And that's really it.
I'll be
Well,
real
Drake
honest with you.
Baldwin.
If Matt Olson is really starting to get on one of those heaters that he gets on, I don't care. You could throw Jesus himself on the mound, and Matt Olson would take him yard. Like, in this series, if Matt Olson is really getting on one, it's about to be brutal for them Washington Nationals pitchers.
Yep. And then we might have to tune in for this Thursday game.
I'm tuning into every game.
Chris
Definitely.
Sale versus Mackenzie Gore.
Mackenzie Gore's been struggling a little bit lately, though.
Did you see his last outing where he had like 10 Ks through like 3 innings or something? Or 4 innings, and it was like single, double, strikeout, homer, double, single, strikeout. It was just crazy.
He always gives us a fucking hard time, though.
Yeah. The only one I really would highlight and worry about is like Josh Bell in 10 at-bats as a homer, hitting 300 with a 1.64 OPS versus Sale. And I guess Cabert Ruiz in 7 at-bats, 286, 946 OPS. That's really it. Versus Gore, the Braves, Albies is hitting 385 with a 1.154 OPS. Orlando, well, no, fucking, never mind. Matt Olson is hitting 294 with a 900 OPS and 17 at-bats. Ozuna is hitting 375 with a 975 OPS and 16 at-bats. Riley in 12 at-bats is hitting 333 with a 725 OPS.
It's better than expected, to be honest with you.
Yep. Jose.
Then,
Well, Ben, go ahead. What were you saying?
I was going to say, and this isn't my series prediction, but I am a little bit skipping ahead on this because I'm so excited. Some top prospect in the Brave system may be getting activated after that Thursday game.
They said they wanted to see him in back-to-back games in the field.
Yes, and I think that's what they're going to be doing this week. And then for the Padres series, starting on Friday.
Bro, do you know what I would give to turn on my TV tomorrow night and see Ronald Acuna Jr. in the top spot of the lineup?
It ain't going to be tomorrow. It's Tuesday.
I know, but or Tuesday. I would be erect.
Oh, dude, I would love it, but I know it's not going to happen on Tuesday. That's why I'm pegging the Padres series. But
Fun fact.
he has looked so good.
That eye roll right there, that's what I would be doing in my pants if I saw Ronald on Tuesday. I do. If Ronnie is activated this weekend, I will get to go see him live because I'm going to that Padres series.
Let's go.
You're going to the Padres series too?
Not the whole series, but we're going Saturday.
Well, y'all better tell me happy birthday. Y'all better tell me happy birthday, all right?
We will.
Because I won't see y'all for like 2 weeks.
God, Jesus.
Jose,
Pods.
series prediction.
Oh, I'm gonna say 2 out of 3.
Brian?
2 out of 3. Snit's going to find a way to fuck one of the games up.
Ben?
I think we're going sweeping. I think we finally get it right. And we go into the Padres series. We go into the Padres series on a high note with our Indians coming back.
I'm going sweep too, baby. I'm going fucking sweep. Fuck these pesky Nats. We're sweeping.
I just hope this offense stays rolling, and then we get our King Ronald Acuna Jr. back at that top spot. Can you imagine this fucking rampage we would be going on once he gets back and everybody's rolling?
Yep.
Ooh-wee.
I mean, the Braves have been one of the best teams, regardless of what anybody wants to say. We've still been one of the best teams in baseball after that 0-7 start.
Yeah, we're like 24-16 or something like that.
Yeah, and like I said, regardless of what anybody wants to say, bitch and moan about whatever you want to bitch and moan about, but the results have been the results.
We just did, but we just
Yeah,
did like
well,
a
we
whole
did.
30-minute bitching and moaning.
We did.
That
So,
was warranted, though.
it was.
If you've made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, tell us we're doing great, tell us we suck. Feedback is always appreciated. We know you guys have friends that are Braves fans. Tell them about us. We like interacting with our fans. We do it a lot on the old Twitter machine. We like talking ball with everybody.
Some, not all.
I think we pretty much, yeah. We pretty much touched on everything, Acuna, Strider. So I have nothing. As long as y'all have nothing, we will get out of here in a clean hour 16.
Oh, hang on. You know who else we might be seeing soon? An old friend of ours might be making his return.
Oh yeah.
Craig Kimbrell.
Yeah.
Craig Kimbrell might be
Yep.
making his return soon. You know, I would
Rafael Montero the fuck off my team.
be all for calling up Ronald, the kid throwing 102 down there in minor leagues, and Craig Kimbrell all in the same fucking day, and getting rid
He
of
got
De Los
promoted.
Santos and Montero.
He got promoted to triple.
I think Laura needs a little bit more time, but Buddy
Yeah.
can absolutely sling the rock.
He's got future closer written all over him.
Him or
Oh,
Days Bell, fuck man.
Jose, you got anything?
What?
I think he said,
I said,
Jose,
Jose.
you got anything?
Michael Harris is gonna go 8 for 15 with 4 bombs this series.
I like it.
I
He's
hope he
gonna
gets 15 at
he's
bats.
gonna steal. I'm gonna say 3 or 4 bags. I'm feeling it. But other than that, that's all I got, man. Just hoping for some more fun offense from this team. Some good, solid pitching. I'm hoping Mr. Mustache comes back and absolutely shoves it up their ass.
Fuck, can't wait.
And that's about it.
Ben?
Not gonna be on the pod for a little while. Going on the cruise, so y'all boys hold it down. And yeah, hopefully I'll come back a millionaire and owner of Norwegian Cruise Lines.
That'd be great.
Sounds good.
Right?
Oh,
You could sponsor the pod then.
This is facts. Oh, real quick before we get out, Ryan, is there a hitter you want us to watch for this national series you think is going to get hot? I'm going to guess you're going to say Matt Olson, but...
Matt Olson already got fucking hot. This might shock some people. I think Ozzy's turning a corner. He had a pretty decent series in Boston. He had some really hard hit balls from both sides of the plate. He took some walks. I think he's making some adjustments.
He got that hit off Chapman.
I think it was yeah, he smoked the shit out of that ball. And then today, left-handed, that ground out was hit pretty fucking hard too off of Bayo. He had a nice series.
I can see that.
All right, well, that'll conclude episode 40. Can you believe it? Episode 40. Jesus, I completely forgot. 40 episodes. Wow. All right, well, here's to another 40 more. We will catch y'all in the next one.
Deuces.
Deuces.